So let me show you what we are trying to create. So it's going to be a bit of work. So this is going to be the header of the post. You're going to have the information of the user. And also right here, if you updated your profile picture, it's going to say right here, updated his profile picture or her profile picture. Same goes with the cover. We also have the menu, which is going to be depending if you are the one that's, have the post or the post is not yours. So this is if the post is not yours, you can only save it, download the images like here, click download, and you're going to see the image being downloaded. Okay, we can work on other stuff there. Okay, so for example, let me see, this is like my post. Okay, I can have different options like remove it and the other cool stuff. Okay, I didn't do everything right here, but I don't know, it depends on if I have time. Okay, also for this one, we're gonna have the text. Like if you have text, it is gonna be only text. If you have images, depending on how many images, the same way we've done it when we create posts. So you can see, depending, we're gonna have different grids when it's 1, 2, etc. Also, you have this button right here, this button to react, which looks very nice, like see. Also, you can like comments and all the other stuff. So it's gonna be a very important one, and we're gonna start slowly. So we're gonna do the main thing, which is the phase of the post, and then we're gonna go to the react and also comments and the menu and all the other cool stuff. So before that, let's go back right here. Let me put this map inside a div that's called post, and let me put it right here. And instead of having this right here, we're gonna have a components. Okay, so we can go back right here. Let me close the backend, go back, close these pages, functions, go to the components, new folder, let's call this post. Okay, and then we're gonna have an index.js, an RFC. Let's remove that. Let me just import the saddles we're gonna have. Okay, and we call this post. Okay, it's necessary to have the components. You can't do it without components. It's gonna be very tough for you. Okay, so we can go back right here, and instead of this, we can just simply return the post components. Okay, and simply add the key right here, which is gonna be post.post._id. Okay, and also we're gonna pass the post itself. Okay, like that. And we're gonna go back to the post, and we're gonna get the post from here, and all the information of the post is gonna be there. So right here, you can just simply show the post._id the same way we've done before. So you can open like Google Chrome, and you're gonna see. Okay, let me see. We didn't create the style, so let's create it like this. Go back right here, and everything is the same. Okay, so let me just take this a bit right here so we can see what we are doing. Let me minimize this. Okay, so let's go back to the post and let's start working. Okay, so this is the class name, is gonna be post. Let me remove that. All right, so we're gonna start with the header. Okay, after this we're gonna have a link, which is gonna have the post header left. Okay, let me import the link. So this link is going to go to the profile of the user that created the post. So it's going to go to, and we're going to use curly braces, and then we're going to use backticks. We're going to go to //profile, and then / is going to be to the post, and then we're going to access the user to the username. How we jumped from the user to the username. So let me explain something very important in MongoDB. So let's go to the database. So this is the user of this is the post. We have an attribute that's called the user, which is an object ID, which we used in the model a lot. So which has only the ID of that user. There is a rule that you can populate all the information of that user just simply by accessing or by populating the object's ID. So we can now access it by going just simply the post.user and get all of the information of the user of that ID. So simply all the information that the user has. And this is needed to go back to the backend to make sure that this work. So we're gonna go back to the controller and post, and this simply after getting, let me just show you. Let's go to the app. Let me console log post, so you can see the difference. I feel like this is very important. Let me refresh that. So right here we have an array, and as you see, if we go back and search for the user, where's the user? It's just gonna be the ID of that user, nothing else. Okay, but if we go back right here and add simply populate and then the user attribute, now we can go back and refresh this. Okay, and then get the array right here, and you're gonna see if we open any one of them, you're gonna see in the user now it's an object that has all the informations of that user. But this is too much, and it says informations that we don't need. So we can simply go right here, and in the second parameter we can only get the things that we need, like the first name, last name, also picture, Also user. I think this is all we need. If we needed something else, we can just get it, but for now this is all what we need. So simply, okay, we need the gender. Okay, we're gonna need it, so let's add it. And if we needed something, we're gonna go back right here. So let's close this, let's refresh this, and you're gonna see. So now if we go to anyone and then the user, we're only gonna see the informations that we allowed to get and the ID of that user. So this is really nice and very understandable or very usable in all across our application. Okay, so we can go back now to the post. Okay, so inside this link, let me see what we're gonna have. So we're gonna have the image, and the source of this image is gonna go to simply to the post.user.picture. Okay, like this. And now we're gonna see, and we have, you know, an empty picture. We didn't work on changing it, but it's the default one. This is how it's gonna look. And then after that, we're gonna have another div which is called header call. Okay, and this one let me see what we're gonna have. We're gonna have another div that's called post profile name. Okay, and inside of this we're just simply gonna have the name. Okay, so let me just go back right here and just simply the username and the last name. So we're gonna go post.user.firstname. okay, like this, and then a space, and we can just also get the post.user.last name, which is the same one because we had one user created all these posts. Okay, and I've told you before, when we have like a profile picture, we can add the user updated his or her profile picture. So I want to work on that also. So after this, exactly, we're just going to simply have another div that's called updated_p, and inside of this div we can simply see if the post.type, if you remember right here, we had any post right here, is going to have a type. This is null, but if we have profile picture, it's going to see profile picture, and if it's cover, it's going to see cover. Okay, this type is equal to profile picture. Okay, so when the type is profile picture, I'm going to go and let me go back right here and use backticks, and it's going to see updated. For example, it's going to be first name, last name, and then it's going to be updated, like here, activate test, and then updated, and then we're going to define if it's his or her. So we can just go right here and have a test. If post.user.gender is equal to male, that means it's going to be his. Else it's going to be, let me fix this, it's going to be his, else it's going to be her. Okay, and right here is going to be space profile picture. Okay, so this is very simple. Also, we can use the same thing right here. We can take all of that, repeat this, but this one is going to be for cover, and this is going to see cover picture. Okay, I think this is very simple to understand. So after this div and after this div, we're going to go right here, and then we have another class name, which is going to be post. Okay, profile privacy date. Okay, like this is going to be for the privacy and the date, and we're going to show like when this post created, we're going to show how long it's been created. Okay, so now we're going to need another package, so let's install it first. So open the terminal, let me open a new tab, and then I'm going to open the front end, make sure you are there, and then npmi is going to call React Moment. This is the package we need. Close this as it's installed. Let me import it. So it's called Moment from React Moments. Okay, like this. And simply just go back right here and just call the components. Okay, and right here we're just gonna pass the date, which is gonna be the post not created at, okay, which is usable. We get it from the database, as you see, created at, which is the date the post created. You see, this is the date. But if you want to show how long it's been, you know, from this date, you can just use from now. So from now to the date is like 2 days, depending. Okay, and this is like 16 hours ago. Okay, and how many times you want to update it? So like we use an interval, like every 30 seconds we want to update it. So, okay, so every 30 seconds you're gonna see the changes right here without needing to refresh or anything. And if you look right here, it's going to be from the oldest post to the newest post. Okay, but we want it the other way, so we want the new post first and then the oldest post first. Okay, so that's why I didn't want to do all of the things in the backend in the beginning. I want it when we need it, we do it, so you remember it's more. Okay, so this is one of my methods. So now we're going to go dot, and we're going to use the source function. And the source function takes an object, what attribute you want to source by, which is created at, and then if you pass 1, this is going to be ascending from the oldest to the newest, and if you use -1, it's going to be from the newest to the oldest. And also you can use ascending, which is going to be like putting 1 from the oldest to the newest, or you can use descending from the newest to the oldest. Okay, so this is like, if we refresh this, it's going to be, as you see, from the newest. And you can also just simply use -1, it's the same thing. Okay, and as you see, let me just wait a little bit. So, and as you see now, we can have a loader for this, don't worry. But as you see right now, everything is all right. Let me close this. If we need it, we're gonna go back there. Okay, so after this moment right here, we're just gonna have a dot. Okay, and then we're gonna have a space, and then we're gonna have the public SVG, which is an SVG. As you're gonna see it right now. Okay, and then we're gonna pass a color to it, and the color is gonna be, let me see, it's gonna be 828387. Like this one. Okay, so now everything is all right there. So now we can like work on the styles and see what we can do. Let's open the style file. You know, we need to show things right before we continue. So we can start with the post div. Okay, and we're gonna add a margin tab to be 1 rem. Now it's gonna push it a bit down, and then the width is gonna be 100%. Okay, like this. And now we're gonna start with the post itself. Okay, the position is gonna be relative. Okay, the background is going to be white over BG primary. Okay, and then also we're going to need the border radius to be 10 pixels. And don't worry, this is like overflowing right here. This is because we clicked on the link, don't worry. This is overflowing now, but it's because we didn't work on the responsiveness of this. Okay, so it's not a problem. So we're going to use the box shadow now. It's going to be 0, 1 pixel, 2 pixel, and then the variable you're going to use shadow 1 as usual. Okay, so var shadow 1. Okay, so everything is all right. Then we're gonna have user select to be none. The user can select no text right here. Also, we're gonna have the color, and the color, sorry, is gonna be a variable, which is gonna be, let me see, color primary. And then we're gonna have margin bottom 10 pixels, so we can differentiate between all the posts. Okay, and then we're gonna go to the post header. I know I need to go faster. Okay, line item center. Okay, so put them in the same line, and then we're gonna have justify content, space between. We didn't work on the right side, but this is how it's gonna look. The right is gonna be on the right, and the left stays on the left. 10 pixels on bottom, 15 right and left. Okay, and this is gonna be post header, so we can see the difference. Okay, so now you see it. We can continue with the post header left. And the header left is going to have display flex, one line item center, and a gap of 10 pixels. Okay, select the image, so post header left, and then the image width 40, the height 40, and the border radius is going to be 50%, and then object fit is going to be cover, like that. And let me just go and see what else we can do. So we're going to go to the header, call, and this is going to be display flex. Whenever you use, you know, call is going to be flex direction column. Okay, to put this way. Also, we're going to go to the post profile name, and then this is going to be display flex and line item center. Okay, and then we're going to have a gap 5 pixels, and then we're going to have a font size to be 14 pixels, and then the font weight 600. Okay, and then we're gonna have a line height to be 19 pixels. Okay, and then we're gonna have the cursor to be pointer. We didn't need to because it's a link, so automatically it's gonna be all like this. Okay, so let me remove this and see. Yeah, it's not a problem. Let's continue, and then we're gonna work on the updated P, and I'm gonna see the difference right now, but it's there. So we're gonna have the color variable, and it's going to be color primary. Okay, not primary, sorry, it's going to be secondary. Okay, and then we're going to have the font weight to be just normal. Okay, because it's not going to affect what he wants. Okay, let me just get this name because this is too long. Okay, let's take that, and then right here is going to be margin top 1 pixel, and also we're going to have display flex, then a line items center. Okay, now this is better, and then we're gonna have font size to be 12. Now it gets even better. And then we're gonna have a color, it's gonna be variable, and it's gonna be, let me see, color secondary. Okay, like this. So now this is done. So this is all the left. I feel like this is very good. Let me just compare them. when I see it, it's exactly the same. Okay, so that's all right. Also, now we're going to work on the right and then we continue. So the right side simply is going to be this pattern right here, which is going to create this. We've had the class name even before, so maybe you can see. So let me go back right here and see if we have it. So let's go back to the post, and then after, let me just go to the left. So this is the left, so that's after the link. So right here we're going to have post header right, okay, and then inside this we're going to have the dots, which is an SVG. Okay, let me just import it. Okay, and then we're going to pass the color, and exactly I think it's going to be the same. So let me get that and then use it right here. Okay, so now as you see we have it. Let me hover on it. We don't have it. Let me just add hover one right here. I believe so. Okay, so now we have it because we created this post before. I just forgot it. So let me just add this right here. So we have the color. Okay, the color now changed, and this one. Okay, so this class name we did create it before, if you remember. Okay, if you didn't, you can do it yourself. We did it, I'm sure. Okay, so now everything is all right for the post header, for the left and the right. Next is gonna be if we have like a background. Let me just see if, like this. Okay, so we have like a background and a text.